followed by the Honorable Presiding Officer.
The 48th regular session is now called to order. We are requesting the Secretary to the Sangguniang for the roll call and determination of quorum.
The attendance for today's regular session. The regular presiding officer, Honorable Eva Lorraine Estabilio, is present. Honorable Leo Di Revita is present. Honorable Meliton De Lemos is present. Honorable Shara Isabel Uy Salazar is present. Honorable Vreni Jem O. Kaasi is present. Honorable Agripino G. Coquilla Jr. is present. Honorable Rex Jasper R. Ala is present. Honorable Romeo L. Catayas is present. Honorable Catherine S. Elliott is present. Honorable Ed Mark O. Wakan is present. Honorable Arthur V. Ong Jr. is present. Honorable Datu Eric I. Perez is present. Honorable Ana Angela G. Rillion is still out. Honorable Betuvin S. Rubinos is present. Madam President, there are 13 members present. There is a quorum, Madam.
There being a quorum, this session is in order. Let us now proceed to the opening prayer to be led by Honorable Attorney Edmark Wakan, followed by the Pambansang Awit, Panunumpa ng Katapatan sa Watawat ng Pilipinas, the Councilor's Creed, and Tagum Mabuhay Ka March.
Let us place ourselves in the holy presence of God, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, as we open the 48th regular session for this Honorable Council, we come before you with humble hearts and sincere intentions. Guide us in every discussion, every decision, and every action we take today. May our words be thoughtful, our judgment be fair, and our purpose remain centered on the welfare of the people we are called to serve. Grant us patience to listen, wisdom to understand, courage to do what is right, and unity to work together despite our differences. May this session be guided by integrity, respect, and genuine service for the continued progress of our city. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, tewas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng bangaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di maghihingi. Luha ng araw ng walhagin pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga aking, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Panunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Councilors League Creed, I am a Philippine councilor mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents in their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official act, and as the ways of local legislation. May the Almighty guide my heart, that I shall be true to my constituents and to the Filipino people.
Sa lupain ang pangako,
afternoon, everyone. Okay, so for the information of everybody, Honorable Roan Angela Rillion is attending the provincial kick-off activity of the National Disaster Resilience Month. So she will be coming here later. Okay, so let us now proceed to the reading and consideration of the minutes and journal of proceedings of the 47th regular session on June 29, 2026. Councilor Wakan is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. In view of the reason that there has been service of copies of the minutes of the 47th regular session to each and every member of this council, I move to dispense with the reading of the said minutes, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilor Coquilla, Revita, Uy Salazar, Aala, and Eliot. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for the adoption of the minutes of the 47th regular session dated June 29, 2026, consisting a total of 191 pages.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar and Aala. There being no corrections, amendments, objections, therefore, the minutes of the 47th regular session held on June 29, 2026, consisting of 191 pages, is hereby adopted. Proceed.
For the same reason, Madam Presiding Officer, that the Journal of Proceedings has been duly furnished to each and every member of this council, consisting of 34 pages. I therefore move to dispense with the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilors Eliot, Revita, and Uy Salazar. There being no objections, the reading thereof is hereby dispensed with.
I move for the adoption of the Journal of Proceedings of the 47th regular session dated June 29, 2026, consisting a total of 34 pages.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilor Aala. Is there any discussion, amendments, objection? There being none, therefore, the Journal of Proceedings of the 47th regular session of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod held on June 29, 2026, consisting of 34 pages, is hereby adopted. Let us now proceed to the privileged hour. Yes, Councilor Coquilla is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This representation being the Chairperson Committee on Public Works, Utilities and Facilities, would like to again state and relay this information to our fellow Tagumeños relating the issue on whether or not who will be the rightful public utilities of this city to extract fees, do the reading, and again, accept payment for their services. I have here, Madam Presiding Officer, on the advisory, a press release dated July 3, 2026 of Northern Davao Electric Cooperative Incorporated under Task Force Northern Davao Power with an address Kilometer 100 National Highway Montevista, Davao de Oro. Allow me to state, Madam Presiding Officer, in tuto, the content of the press release or press statement. Nordeco will abide by the July 3, 2026 order from the Energy Regulatory Commission, known as ERC. As the order itself acknowledges that Supreme Court cases are yet pending both on the constitutionality of Republic Act 12144 or 12144 and the propriety of the exercise of the right to eminent domain by Davao Light and Power Company over the assets of Nordeco in the province of Davao del Norte. Nordeco submits that the July 3, 2026 order is temporary in nature In the interim, Nordeco is constrained to discontinue its operations in the island garden city of Samal, Tagum City, and the municipalities of Talaingod, Asuncion, Capalong, San Isidro, and New Corilla, all in Davao del Norte province, effective immediately. However, Nordeco shall continue to serve its member consumer owners in the 11 municipalities of Davao de Oro which are affected by the ERC order. True to its commitment, Nordeco remains steadfast in exhausting any and all legal remedies in order to uphold the interests of Nordeco's member consumer owners and protect the funds provided by the national government promoting the latter's program of rural electrification. To this note, Madam Presiding Officer, this put to an end on gray areas that were experienced by Tagumeños, not only Tagumeños, but within the areas covered as stated by Nordeco. And the issue is on where to pay its power bill. Again, Madam Presiding Officer, this representation being the Chairperson, Committee on Public Works, Utilities and Facilities, would like to relay this information to the public that this is now the real situation where Tagum City is enjoined to, again, observe what was being ordered by the court and respect the order of the court and pay their power bills stated from May 26 up onward to Davao Light and Power Company. So to this end, Madam Presiding Officer, again, we would like to invite and or encourage Davao Light and Power Company to process all necessary documents for their business permits, not only for being a bayad center, but the business permit for operating their business in the city of Tagum. Again, Madam Presiding Officer, may I request our Secretary to the Sangguniang through this privilege to, with the consent and approval of our Presiding Officer, to relay this information to the appropriate office, most especially the City Business Permit and Licensing Office, for them to, again, to open their doors for an engagement with Davao Light and Power Company insofar as requiring business owners, business operators operating a utilities company in the city of Tagum to apply for appropriate business permit. On the other hand, Madam Presiding Officer, as a matter of a second item to be relayed by this representation, allow me to again refresh the members of this 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod on the law which is known as the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Services or Service Delivery Act, or known as Republic Act 11032, which amends the Anti-Red Tape Act of 2007. This act was approved way back May 28, 2018. And this sets strict processing time or processing time limit for 3 days to 20 days. This limits signatures to a maximum of 3 and enforces stricter penalties for delays and corruption. This law, again, implemented by the Anti-Red Tape Authority. This sets standard or standardized processing time. Allow me to emphasize, Madam Presiding Officer, since there was a month, last May was the month for Ease of Doing Business Month, that 3 days is the processing time for simple transactions, and 7 days for complex transactions, 20 days for highly technical transactions. Meaning to say, the maximum day for the processing in the event that a businessman and or investors that will be applying for a particular permits, the processing office must adhere to the time limit set by law for 20 days upon or complying it within 20 days for highly technical matters. On the other note, this sets also the Citizens Charter that all agencies are required to publish and post in any form or platform its official Citizens Charter stating the processing steps, fees, and the officer responsible for each service. And on number 3, as stipulated in the law, that there must be a zero contact policy, which states face-to-face transactions are minimized or should be minimized, and applicants will be allowed only to appear on the first submission and is not allowed, and the applicants are not allowed to contact the evaluating officer. For number 4, this is concerning on a business one-stop shop known as BOSS, B-O-S-S. This will, again, be the platform in the processing for the single point of application, clearance, and payment. And there are many stipulations under this business one-stop shop, Madam Presiding Officer, most especially in the observance of the renewal of business permits during January 2 up to January 20 of every year. And others is the automatic approval. Allow me to stress, Madam Presiding Officer, that failure of the processing office to process said application, it shall be automatically approved. If government fails to act on application within the time as stated in the law, the application is automatically deemed approved. And on Section 8, this is very important, accountability of heads of offices and agencies. They are the primarily responsible and be held accountable in rendering fast, efficient, and convenient and reliable. Madam Presiding Officer, I state this because Tagum City is experiencing or we have just experienced some of the notes, Madam Presiding Officers, that needs the attention of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod, specifically to call the attention of our, and this may be referred with the support of the members of the council, be referred to the Committee on Good Government and the Committee on Civil Service. Allow me to, since this is a public record, Madam Presiding Officer, and this particular letter was addressed to and or copy furnished the address to through the city mayor, and this was also copy furnished to the chairman committee on good government, no less than Attorney Edmark Wakan. Allow me again to, for emphasis, Madam Presiding Officer, allow me to read some notes to ponder on the letter of Berlin Construct Incorporated. This was dated June 16, 2026. Received by the Office of the Mayor, June 17, 2026 at 4:30 in the afternoon. This letter was addressed to Honorable Brenny Jem O. Kaasi, City Councilor, SPAC Vice Chairperson, City Government of Tagum, Tagum City, through Honorable Ray T. Uy, City Mayor, ASPAC Chairperson, City Government of Tagum, Tagum City, subject urgent request for immediate resolution of development permit application of Crown Estate Tagum. Allow me to read the content, Madam Presiding Officer. Dear Honorable Kaasi, with due respect, we are constrained to write this letter to formally express our serious concern and disappointment regarding the prolonged delay in the processing and approval of the development permits DP application of Crown Estates Tagum located at Barangay Magdong, Tagum City. Madam Presiding Officer, may we know from the Chairman Committee on Good Government if he received this letter? May I ask confirmation, Madam Presiding Officer?
Councilor Kaasi, may we know?
Now, and the committee, Chairman of Committee on Good Government.
Okay, Councilor Kaasi.
I received the letter, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there was a confirmation, Madam Chair, that she received a letter. And from the Chairman Committee on Good Government, may we know if this letter was received by his end?
Councilor Wakan, please confirm.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Honorable Sir, the letter was not formally received by the office, but the first page was sent through a private message. It was not formally endorsed to...
Okay. So with that, Madam Presiding Officer, this is subject for validation. But I decided, Madam Presiding Officer, not to read all the stipulations of the letter. What is important here is on the applicant's concern and disappointment regarding the prolonged delay in the processing and approval of the development permit. So to this note, Madam Presiding Officer, of course we must observe due process, Madam Presiding Officer. May I refer this matter, Madam Presiding Officer, to the Committee on Good Government and the Committee on Civil Service for them to ascertain and or to, again, to conduct in-depth a review on the way how ASPAC is processing applications for subdivision. So to that note, Madam Presiding Officer, with your permission, that I will formally move, Madam Presiding Officer, that this matter be referred to the committee, the two committees, Committee on Civil Service and the Committee on Good Government, for their proper disposition and determine whether or not what office, personnel that are held liable for the Ease of Doing Business Act. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer, and good afternoon.
Councilor Coquilla, kindly make your motion now.
I move formally, Madam Presiding Officer, to refer this matter to the Committee on Good Government and the Committee on Civil Service. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, second by Councilor Aala. Any discussion? Amendment? Objection? There being none, therefore, this matter shall be referred to the Committees on Good Government and Labor, Employment, and Civil Service. Any more who would like to avail of the privilege? Councilor Revita? Okay, so let us now proceed to the question R. Okay. Councilor Revita is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. To accommodate our invited guests for today's session, I move for the suspension of our internal rules I so move, Madam Chair.
Moved by
Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan. Madam President, all members present are in favor.
all members present being in favor, rules are now suspended.
Madam Presiding Officer, my colleagues in the 10th City Council, and to our listening public, ladies and gentlemen, maayong hapon kanatong tanan. As a proud member of the LGBTQI+ community, and as your city councilor, it is both my privilege and honor to present before this august body the representative who proudly carried the name of Tagum City during the Reyna ng Davao del Norte Pride Month celebration. Today, we recognize and celebrate the achievements of our candidates who represented our city with grace, confidence, and excellence. First, we congratulate Ms. Michael Jed Ibanez, who proudly secured a place among top 12 finalists of the competition. We also commend Ms. Al Francine Manalo, who was crowned as Reyna ng Kalambuan of Davao del Norte. And lastly, we proudly recognize Ms. Aya Neri, who earned the prestigious title of Reyna ng Kaagapay of Davao del Norte. On behalf of the LGBTQI+ community and the people of Tagum City, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to our candidates of their remarkable achievements and for bringing honor and pride to the city. We likewise express our sincere gratitude to the city government of Tagum, headed by Mayor Uy, for its unwavering support, and to the 10th City Council, especially Attorney Lingling Estabilio, for providing us and allowing our candidates to be here during our session. For those, to the 10th City Council, providing financial assistance to the candidates, enable them to participate, compete, and showcase the beauty, talent, and advocacy of the city on the larger platform. Ladies and gentlemen, we may give our queens a well-deserved round of applause. At this point, may I invite our candidates to be here in front to share a few words about their experience and the journey throughout the competition.
Okay, so who shall go first? Okay, please state your name and the title you won.
And to Madam Chair and the rest of the council, good afternoon. So I am Al Francine Manalo from Barangay San Miguel, and as you remembered, we visited last time ng financial and moral support. And we are here, we came back bringing the crown and representing the city of Tagum in the province-wide advocacy-driven trans beauty pageant. So I won Reyna ng Kalambuan. Lambo Anyway, so I would like to extend my sincerest and deepest gratitude, of course, to Madam Leo for inviting us here for us to get recognized. And we are happy na at some point na hinahina nag-acknowledge ang LGBTQIA+ community. We have been seen, we have been heard. So we are happy. And din ako siya patason, I would like to, thank everyone, especially to those who showed their genuine support throughout this journey. We are so much happy. We know all of you. And hopefully, I do hope and pray na sunod, because this is the first edition. Imagine, out of 21 candidates, the two of us, brought home the title. We have been included sa top 3. So we are, hoping na hopefully good sa sunod na edition, they will be getting the same support, moral and financial support, because they are bringing the city of Tagum. It's a province-wide pageant. Dili siya ka ng mga Miss Gay na kilid-kilid. And yes, so I am happy. Thank you so much again, everyone, to Madam Leo, to the city government of Tagum for recognizing us. And above all, dalay ko ng Diyos sa makanunay. Mayong hapon.
Sa atong tanan, to our Honorable Vice Mayor, our distinguished member of Sangguniang Panlungsod, led by our councilor and our guests, everyone present, a pleasant afternoon to everyone. First and foremost, I would like to greet happiest birthday to Madam Leo Revita. to our beautiful counselor. I hope that all of your heart desire will do come true. So it's truly an honor to be here once again and bringing the crown and the responsibility as your Reyna ng Kaagapay 2026. I want to highlight all the counselors who supported during my journey. Your financial support has been my backbone towards to this journey. Because I believe that it takes a village to have a queen. And there was you guys who supported us together with Reyna Kalambuan. The crown is not just for me, but it's for everybody. So who have been lifting the LGBTQI. And also, I would love to say to you that I will be competing on the national pageant on Miss Mandirigma Philippines on this upcoming September 4 in General Santos City. So I will be representing my hometown once again in the national scene. So I will be competing 65 lovely candidates all over the Philippines. And I'm hoping that God will favor and the stars will align. Daghang salamat kaayo sa tanan.
Congratulations. Congratulations and good luck on your next endeavor. Thank you. So any questions from the members? So since none, okay, so the chair declares for a few minutes recess. Picture ta?
Photo off. I move for the restoration of our internal rules.
Moved by Councilor Revita, seconded by Councilor Aala. There being no objection, rules are now restored. Okay, let us now proceed to the reading and referral of proposed measures.
For our measures on the first reading, under letters of communications, we have this letter dated July 2 coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy. This pertains to a draft memorandum of agreement and supplemental memorandum of agreement with the Department of Education in the implementation of the Basic Education Facilities Program on the following schools: Visayan Village Central Elementary School, Nueva Fuerza Elementary School, La Filipina Elementary School, F. de la Cruz P. Sagun Elementary School, and Tagum City Regional Academy for Senior High School.
Item number 1 is referred to the Committee on Education and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
And we have one item under the addendum, Madam President, and still under letters of communications. Letter dated July 6, 2026, coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy. This pertains to the Subdivision Processing and Approval Committee, Resolution Number 1, Series of 2026, favorably recommending to the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Tagum the endorsement of the application of Garinan Economic Zone Incorporated, or GEZI, to the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, or PEZA, for evaluation and approval, and this is for urgent action.
The item under addendum is referred to the Committee on Housing and Land Utilization and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges. Let us now proceed to committee reports. Councilor Ala is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Committee Report Number 5, Series of 2026, submitted by Committee on Education, with subject matter, Draft Resolution Number 739, Series of 2026, a resolution congratulating Lay Maynard G. Opeña, Itagomenyo, who made it to the top 10 in the Environment Planners Licensure Examination given on May 27 and 28, 2026 by the Professional Regulation Commission, or PRC. Since copies were given to my fellow colleagues, I move to the dispense of the reading of the said Committee Report Number 5, Series of 2026, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Ala, second by Councilor Rubinos. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for its adoption, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Committee Report Number 5, submitted by the Committee on Education, is adopted. Next committee report from the Committee on Health and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges. Councilor Uy Salazar is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This is to render Joint Committee Report Number 7, Series of 2026, submitted by the Committees on Health and on Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges. The subject matter of this report is the 47th Regular Session City Ordinance Number 111, an ordinance establishing the Tagum City Right to Care program through a healthcare proxy system, providing for the issuance and recognition of healthcare proxy cards, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. And since all members have already been furnished with copies of this committee report, I move to dispense with the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Uy Salazar, seconded by Councilors Revita, Catayas, and Ala. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for its adoption.
Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Joint Committee Report Number 7, submitted by the Committee on Health and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges, is adopted. Next committee report from Barangay Affairs, Councilor Rubinos.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This is Joint Committee Report Number 10, Series of 2026, submitted by the Committee on Barangay Affairs, together with the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, dated July 2, 2026, with 9 subject matter. Number 1, Supplemental Budget Number 1 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay Libuganon, appropriating the sum of 483,968 pesos and 35 centavos only for appropriate action. Number 2, Supplemental Budget Number 1 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay Busaon, appropriating the sum of 703,445 pesos and 61 centavos only for appropriate action. Number 3, Supplemental Budget Number 2 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay Nueva Fuerza, appropriating the sum of 272,728 pesos only for appropriate action. Number 4, Supplemental Budget Number 2 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay Pagsabangan, appropriating the sum of 356,000 pesos only for appropriate action. Number 5, Supplemental Budget Number 1 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay San Miguel, appropriating the sum of 344,826 pesos and 35 centavos only for appropriate action. Number 6, Supplemental Budget Number 1 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay La Filipina, appropriating the sum of 3,697,547 pesos and 0.06 centavos only for appropriate action. Number 7, supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay San Agustin, appropriating the sum of 467,045 pesos and 79 centavos only for appropriate action. Number 8, supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay Magugpo East, appropriating the sum of 2,246,343 pesos and 36 centavos only for appropriate action. Number 9, supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 of Barangay Magugpo South, appropriating the sum of 1,478,110 pesos and 67 centavos only for appropriate action. Considering that all members present has a copy of this committee report, I move to dispense the reading of the full text of the said committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, second by Councilor Aala. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for its adoption.
Any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Joint Committee Report number 10, submitted by the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget, and Appropriation is hereby adopted. Next, committee report. Yes, Dato Eric Perez is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This is to render Committee Report number 1, Series of 2026, submitted by the Committee on Indigenous People and Cultural Community Affairs, with a subject matter, Madam Presiding Officer, pertaining to my privileged speech during the 47th regular session held on June 29, 2026, regarding the concern raised by the Barangay APMR of Barangay San Agustin on the allocation of the 1% NTA for cultural program. Considering that all members have a copy of this committee report, Madam Presiding Officer, I move to dispense the reading of the full text of the committee report, Madam Chair.
Moved by our IPMR, Dato Eric Perez, second by Councilors Catayas, Aala, and Rubinos and Iliot. There being no objections, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for its adoption.
Any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Committee Report number 1 from the Committee on Indigenous Peoples and Cultural Community Affairs is hereby adopted. Summer Committee Reports. There being none, let us now proceed to the calendar of business. Our chairperson, Committee on Laws, Rules, Regulations, Privileges is recognized.
Okay, thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for the approval of the calendar of business as stated in the notice of the 48th regular session dated July 6, 2026. I so move, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, second by Councilors Aala and Catayas. Is there any discussion, any amendment to the calendar of business? Councilor Rubinos.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Amendments for inclusion under the assigned business. May I know the resolution number, Mr. Secretary?
Madam President, that would be resolution number 785.
Thank you. Resolution number 785, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Libuganon, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, second by Councilor Aala. There being no objections, resolution number 785 is included under an assigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer. Resolution number 786, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Busaon, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Aala. There being no objections, resolution number 786 is included under an assigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer. Resolution number 787, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 2, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Nueva Fuerza, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Aala. There being no objection, resolution number 787 is included under unassigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer, resolution number 788, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 2 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Pagsabangan, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar. There being no objection, therefore, resolution number 788 is included under unassigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer, resolution number 789, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of San Miguel, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Aala. There being no objection, resolution number 789 is included under unassigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer, resolution number 790, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of La Pilipina, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Aala. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 790 is included under unassigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer, resolution number 791, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of San Agustin, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Aala and Eliot. There being no objection, resolution number 791 is included under unassigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer, resolution number 792, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Magugpo East, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Aala. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 792 is included under unassigned business.
Lastly, Madam Presiding Officer, resolution number 793, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Magugpo South, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilors Aala, Uy Salazar, and Eliot. There being no objection, therefore resolution 793 is included under unassigned business. Some more inclusions. Councilor Aala is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Amendment for inclusion under unassigned business, resolution number 739, series of 2026. A resolution congratulating Lay Maynard G. Opeña, a Tagumenyo who made it to the top 10 in the Environmental Planners Licensure Examination given on May 27 to 28, 2026 by the Professional Regulation Commission or PRC. I move for its inclusion, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Aala, seconded by Councilor Catayas. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 739 is included under unassigned business. Some more inclusions. Councilor Kaasi.
There is an addendum, Madam Chair, but although there's still ongoing resolution for the subdivision processing for the Philippine Economic Zone Authority with the application of the Korean Economic Zone, I move for inclusion under unassigned business. Although it's still ongoing, but we will put this will be laid on the table since some other matters to discuss, and also there are also matters to be submitted on the committee level first, Madam Chair. I move that this be laid on the table first and subject for committee meeting.
So we are not including them under unassigned business?
Not yet.
Okay, so very well. So the item, so it is only until resolution number 739. We don't have 740. Okay. Thank you for that information, Councilor Kaasi. Okay, so some more inclusions. There being none, back to the main motion as amended 10 times. Is there any Objection. There being none, therefore, the calendar of business as amended 10 times is hereby adopted. Let us now proceed under the first item under unfinished business.
Under unfinished business, Madam Chair, we have resolution number 746, a resolution extending financial assistance to the bereaved family of the late Honorable Gloria Bujongan Ibanez, Barangay Kagawad of Barangay Apocon, Tagum City, Davao del Norte, for burial and funeral support in the amount of 50,000 pesos.
Councilor Coquilla is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This particular resolution number 7646 was subject for, again, the plenary for presentation, Madam Presiding Officer. So, with this, Madam Presiding Officer, this representation in the committee is in receipt of certification from the City Budget Officer that it certifies that there is an available appropriation of 50,000 pesos under the account MOA donations subsidy to EBC City Ordinance number 823 Series 2017 of the City Mayor's Office, and this was covered by General Fund Annual Budget for calendar year 2026. This one among the requirements, Madam Presiding Officer, before this would be presented for approval to the members of the Sangguniang. And again, Madam Presiding Officer, I'm be reserving some of the amendments in the proper amendment portion.
Okay, so let's now proceed to the amendments.
On the new, whereas number 6, Madam Presiding Officer, allow me to read. Whereas the City Budget Office issued a certification that a budget for the purpose is available as covered by Appropriation Ordinance number 6, Series of 2025, open parenthesis, General Fund Annual Budget Calendar Year CY 2026, close parenthesis, duly certified by Karen Henteles, City Budget Officer, dated July 3, 2026. I so move for its inclusion and amendment.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Aala and Catayas, Revita, and Rubinos. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, that amendment is hereby approved.
As a result of the amendment, Madam Presiding Officer, the original 6 whereas shall be the 7th whereas. I so move, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Aala, Eliot, Rubinos, and Catayas. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore that amendment is hereby approved.
If there are no other amendments from the members of the Sangguniang, Madam Presiding Officer, I move that all members of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod physically present be co-proponent of this resolution number 746 series 2026.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, second by Councilors Aala and Rubinos. There being no objection, all members shall be co-proponents of this resolution.
I move, finally, Madam Presiding Officer, that this resolution be approved for second and final reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, second by Councilor Aala, Eliot, and Rubinos. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Perez, Councilor Catayas, Councilor Aala, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Luis Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemas, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members are in favor.
All members being in favor, therefore resolution number 746 is approved on second and final reading. First item under unassigned business.
Under assigned business, we have resolution number 785, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Dibuganon, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval.
Councilor Rubinos is...
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Since all members were already given a copy of resolution number 785, 786, 787, 788, 789, 790, 791, 792, and 793. And given that they are the same in nature, I move for an omnibus motion to dispense with the reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, second by Councilors Aala and Eliot, and also Councilor Catayas. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for its approval on second reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Catayas and Aala. Yes,
Discussion.
okay.
For
And
propriety,
and
discussion.
Aala, okay. Seconds again, discussion.
For propriety, Madam Presiding Officer, that we will reserve the presentation of draft resolution number 790 relating the annual supplemental budget of Barangay La Pilipina be reserved to this representation for formal presentation, since the proponent is the punong barangay of Barangay La Pilipina.
Very well. Okay, proceed, Councilor Rubinos. So you will be presenting resolution number 785 to 789 and 791 to 793.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for its approval on second reading, Madam Presiding Officer, resolution number 785, 786, 787, 788, 789, 791, 792, and 793. I move for an omnibus motion to dispense with the reading, Madam Presiding.
Kumana, di ba? Kumana, amendment na. We are under amendment na.
Amendments, Madam Presiding Officer.
All members. Mana.
Amendments, Madam Presiding Officer, that all members present be co-proponents.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilors Aala, Eliot, and Catayas. There being no objection, therefore all members present shall be co-proponents of these resolutions.
Madam Presiding Officer, I move that this be approved for second and final reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Catayas. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Perez, Councilor Catayas, Councilor Aala, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Luis Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rilon. Madam President, all members are in favor.
All members being in favor, therefore resolution numbers 785, 786, 787, 788, 789, 791, 792, and 793 are approved on second and final reading. So, let's proceed to resolution number 790. Councilor Coquilla.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. It was covered under the omnibus motion to dispense, Madam Presiding Officer. This draft resolution number 790. I move, Madam Presiding Officer, that this be approved for second reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Aala, Catayas, and Rubinos. Any discussion?
Just for information, Madam Presiding Officer, that this particular confirmation or resolution that will confirm Appropriation Ordinance Number 1, Series 2026 of Sangguniang Barangay of La Pilipina, Tagum City. And this would be effective upon the approval of this resolution. And with this, Madam Presiding Officer, they earmark an amount of 3,697,547.06 as their budget for that purpose, with the details, Madam Presiding Officer, as presented in the supplemental budget. So, to this note, as presented by the representative from the City Budget Office through Mr. Arnold Siasoy, the office certified that all stipulations of the budget are in order. So, with this, Madam Presiding Officer, may I solicit for the support of the members of this 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod for its approval. Thank you.
Very well. So proceed, Councilor Coquilla, to the amendment.
And amendment, Madam Presiding Officer, that all members present be co-proponent of this resolution.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, second by Councilor Aala, Perez, and Rillion. There being no objections, all members shall be co-proponents of this resolution.
I move, Madam Presiding Officer, as recommended from the committee, that this be approved for second and final reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Catayas. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Perez, Councilor Catayas, Councilor Aala, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members are in favor.
All members being in favor, therefore resolution number 790 is approved on second and final reading. Last item.
Last item, Madam Chair, is resolution number 739, a resolution congratulating Lay Maynard G. Opeña, a Tagumeño who made it to the top 10 in the Environmental Planners Licensure Examination given on May 27 to 28, 2026 by the Professional Regulation Commission of PRC.
Councilor Aala is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Since copies were given of the resolution number 739, series of 2026, I move to dispense the reading of the said resolution, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Aala, seconded by Councilors Catayas, Rillion, and Uy Salazar. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move to approve the second reading, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Aala, seconded by Councilor Elliot, Catayas, and Revita. Is there any discussion?
A brief discussion, Honorable Presiding Officer, that during the committee meeting of education, the guest is Mr. Lay Maynard G. Opeña and Ms. Joanne Mercado, and the members of the committee unanimously approved for the passage of the resolution to be calendared and recommended for be calendared for the second and final reading on the next regular session, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you for that. Proceed to the amendments.
Amendment, Honorable Presiding Officer, that all of my fellow colleagues who are physically present will be co-proponent of the said resolution number 739 series of 2026.
Moved by Councilor Aala, seconded by Councilor Catayas and Rillion. There being no objections, therefore all members present shall be co-proponents of this resolution.
Amendment, Honorable Presiding Officer, that this resolution will be approved for second and final reading, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Aala, seconded by Councilor Catayas and Rillion. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Perez, Councilor Catayas, Councilor Aala, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members are in favor.
All members being in favor, therefore resolution number 739 is approved on second and final reading. Announcements. Councilor Coquilla, then Councilor Wakan.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. As scheduled, Madam Presiding Officer, the public hearing on the proposed Tagum City Local Public Transport Route Plan for 2026 to 2030 will be held tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at Tagum City Cultural and Trade Pavilion, with the program to be circulated to the members of this Sangguniang. And also, we'd like to enjoin all members of this Sangguniang to attend this public hearing, since this concerns on the modern transport of the city of Tagum tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And in the morning, Madam Presiding Officer, maybe that announcement will be reserved to the Chairman Committee on Housing, since this covers on the final turnover of Train Village. Details will be announced by the Chairperson Committee on Housing. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Thank you for that, Councilor Coquilla.
Announcement, Madam Chair, that tomorrow also is the turnover of the TOTR Housing Village. This one's near Fe Village in Barangay Mangkilam. So everybody is enjoined to commemorate with the beneficiaries and also with the ASEC of the DOTRs coming here at exactly tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're also hopeful, that Mayor will also be there with us. That's all, Madam Chair.
Okay, Councilor Wakan.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This concerns with the, as to the privilege speech made a while ago by Councilor Coquilla. May I ask formally the Secretary, Sir Buhion, for the request that I be furnished with a copy of the letter from the Berlin Construction, and then also the minutes of the SPAC as to the deliberation for the specific application that should be submitted tomorrow prior to Wednesday, Sir Bong. Thank you.
Okay, summer announcements. There being none, if there is no objection from the floor, the chair will now adjourn the session. There being no objection, session is now adjourned. Hey.
Okay.